movies, music, sports, and life. Y'all probably tired of my videos, at least of those of y'all who subscribe to me. But if you haven't subscribed and it's your first time seeing me, I would love you to subscribe, invite you to. We're gonna talk about Snowfall because I wanna say I only reviewed one episode this season. It was so good. I didn't really, you know, I kind of have a rule that if I don't review a show from the beginning, from episode one, I'm just not going to jump in and start reviewing it. But the episode when Oso was grooving and rolling around because he thought he was on fire, they they gave everybody at the wedding, at Louie's wedding, some acid, and everybody was in that wedding tripping. But that was such a great episode because everything would fall apart. It was so cool to see people who have literally shot at each other were coming together at this wedding and kind of just letting their guard down and be peaceful and just forgetting about past beefs and stuff like that. Um, but the key thing that happened in episode number 10 of Snowfall was Teddy took Franklin's money. And it was $73 million. And you have to understand something. $73 million in 1988, 89, 1990. If you take that number and you convert it to 2022, the year we're in, and add inflation, is almost like three times as much. It the extrapolation comes out to like 189, $190 million. So almost $200 million is what that money would mean in present day of what he took from him in 1988, 89. And it almost Teddy almost sounded like a white supremacist when I never really got that vibe that Teddy was totally racist. But in that moment where Franklin is trying to be calm and businesslike and pleading with him, and he said, Franklin, I don't know what you're talking about. When Franklin went off and said, I will harm everybody that you care for, he basically told him almost like a child, watch your tone. Oh, you think you're hurt now? Oh, you think that you're hurt now? Oh, I can do much worse to you. I wanted to come through the TV and fight Teddy. What do you mean if you think you're hurt now? You didn't even leave me 1 million. You didn't leave me 1 M. You took all 70, even if you take 72 million of my 73 million, I figure you have at least some amount of respect for me to leave me with 1 million to allow me to figure something out what I can do. But you just did a 48 laws of power move where it says if you destroy your enemy, you have to destroy them completely. And in taking all of his money, knowing he got a child on the way, that was something. But the other thing happened is that Louie told him she's not going to help him. She's not going to stop working with Teddy. Basically, in so many words, told Franklin that was his problem, that's his issue. And he pulled a gun on her. But she had backup. The dirty cop. And she told Franklin, the only reason I'm not going to kill you right now is because I just married your uncle, out of respect for Jerome. But basically, she told him so many words to make yourself scarce. Because if I ever see you again, I'm going to kill you. It's pretty hard to make yourself scarce when your uncle is her husband. But I don't think Louis cares at this point. So where does that bring us to? Oh, and our boy Avi got killed. The cool Israeli who was Franklin's first plug before Teddy really got involved. Season 6 is going to be the final season, and there will be no more Franklin Saint. And this will be the second season without John Singleton. The first four seasons were while John Singleton was still alive, and this will be the second season without him. Okay, some of you guys are gonna like this, but I'm gonna keep this video under 10 minutes by just calling it like it is. The two people I'm almost sure are not gonna survive is Uncle Jerome and Leon. Just the very fact that not only is Leon becoming more educated, he's becoming more pro black, he's becoming more wise. A, he feels like the drug game is trash. He feels like he is poisoning his own brothers and sisters. You really can't express that in that line of business, in that way of life. Because the other people that are doing it, they know that. But you either don't care or you just block it out and say, hey, it's just the cost of doing business. Some people are going to beat their kids. Some people are going to steal from their relatives. Some people are going to die using our stuff. It's just the cost of doing business. But Leon has more of an enlightened and educated and positive pro-black spin filter on his sunglasses of how he sees the world, and he thinks it's a BS way of life. That'll get you killed. Being in a drug dealing, gang banging culture where you feel like gang banging and drug dealing is wrong, how much longer can you stay in it then? And if people know that you feel that way, they might take you out because they think either you're gonna snitch. Well, I guess essentially, yeah, they just think you're gonna snitch. If you're not with us, you're against us. And I also think Jerome is not going to make it. Only because Franklin loves Jerome. Louie loves her now husband Jerome. But Louie and Franklin now hate each other. They are mortal enemies. And even though it would make more sense for Louie or Franklin to get killed in this situation, it's usually the person that's trying to keep the peace. And in this case, that's Jerome. And I hate to see him go because he's a great actor, but Snowfall has been really good. And salute to them for the season finale of season 4, the episode where he found Melody all the way in Corpus Christi, Texas, and walked up on her, or it might have been Odessa, Texas, and she froze up because he thought he was gonna kill her. He had that cane, and then he just walked off smooth, walking normal, like the usual suspects, threw the cane to the side. Just let her know I could have touched you if I wanted to, but I'ma let you live. That was one of the coldest endings ever. So let me know what you think of Snowfall with the final season coming up. And if you think I'm right about who's not going to make it, or if you think there's a few people that I left off that also won't survive.